everyone, my name is Mrs Finney and I'm the teacher in Ladybird class. And I'm just here to talk to you a little bit about phonics, what it is, how we teach it in school and how you can do a little bit of phonics with your child at home to help with their reading and writing. So what is phonics? So phonics is the skills of segmentation and blending of words and the knowledge of the alphabetic code. So phonics consists of, it's identifying sounds in spoken words and it's recognising the common spellings of each phoneme and blending phonemes into words for reading and segmenting words into phonemes for spelling. So I'll have a little go at showing you what that is. So what is blending? So blending for reading. So blending basically is recognising the letter sounds in a written word. So for example, cup, up and sheep. And then merging them into the correct order to pronounce the word, making the word cup and sheep. So that's blending. And then segmenting for spelling is basically chopping up the word to spell it out. So it's the complete opposite of blending. And it's identifying the individual sounds in a spoken word. So for example, h, I, st, ork. And writing down the letters for each sound, which is a phoneme, to form the word hymn and stork. So once children are good with single phonemes, then we introduce digraphs, which are two letters that make one sound. So for example, we've got R, double S is a digraph, we've got U or O and A, so they're all digraphs, and we use this terminology, digraph, trigraph, phoneme, with the children, and it just becomes second nature to them. And then once they know their digraphs, we also introduce something called trigraphs, which are three letters that make one sound. So we've got some examples here. We've got the I sound, ear and air. So if your child comes home talking about phonemes, digraphs and trigraphs, that's what they are. So at home, here's a little segmenting activity for you to have a little go at. So using sound buttons, so that's where we draw dots under each sound. Can you say how many phonemes are in each word? So we've got shelf, dress, sprint and string. So have a look at that yourself and see if you can work out how many sounds you can hear in each word. And then the answer to that is, so we've got shelf has got four phonemes or four sounds. So we've got sh, e, orf, because sh is one sound. Shelf. And then dress has got four phonemes, so d, r, s, dress. We've got sprint, which has actually got six phonemes, so sp, r, I, nt, sprint. And then string has got five phonemes, so we've got st, r, I, and the at the end is a digraph, so it's two letters that make one sound. So when we're at school, we teach the children tricky words right from the get-go. So they're words that are not phonically decodable. So for example, was, the, I, and some words are tricky to start with, but then as that they become more decodable once we've learnt the harder phonemes. So for example, out and there. So we start learning those straight away. You get sent home tricky words, and just put them up around the house, stick them on your fridge, play little games with them at home, and the quicker the children learn their tricky words, the easier it is for them to start to read once they come across them in a book. Because inevitably, they do try and sound them out if they're not sure of their tricky words, but once they recognise the tricky words, they don't even try and sound it out, they just recognise it straight away and just carry on reading the sentence, so it makes life easier for them. So just to clarify some of the terminology with you, a phoneme is the sound that the letters make, and the grapheme is the actual letter. So how to say the sound? So saying the sounds correctly with your child is really, really important. So we encourage something, and we encourage pure sounds with the children. So when we were at school, sometimes we would have said when we were going to go m or n, but we want the children to say the shortest form of the sound. So or n or l rather than l. So it's really important that we do that with the children because it helps them with their reading and writing. So we use the letters and sounds document, which the government have designed, and it's split into 6 distinct phrases. And we use Twinkle Phonics, which uses letters and sounds in a really fun, child-friendly way, and that's taught alongside letters and sounds. And phase 1 to 6 is taught throughout foundation stage and key stage 1. And we start, so phase 1 is actually taught in nurseries, and then once they start in reception, we do a little bit of phase 1 just to finish off, and then we start on phase 2, and then they gradually work their way through. So we differentiate when we're at school, so the children are always working within the correct phase that is appropriate to their level of learning. So we will have a whole class input or some set work, and so the lessons always take a similar format. So we recap over the sounds that we previously learnt, then we might introduce a new sound, and then we'll have some phonics-based activities, either on the carpet or the children go do them at the tables or around the classroom. So those phonic-based activities can be anything from such as word building, segmenting words, there's some sounds games, maybe some writing or reading some phonics books. So that's their group work that they're doing, and it's always appropriate to the level that your child is working at. So how can you help at home? So there's lots of different ways you can help. So you can play games such as I Spy, using initial sounds, or I can see something around outside the window that starts with T. Can you see what that is? All those sorts of games are really important for the children, make it fun. So continue playing with magnetic letters, using some graphing letters combinations. So get some magnetic letters for your bath, or for a little whiteboard at home, or for the fridge. And you can write your own words and see if your child can sound them out, then they can have a go at making some words too, and also it makes it fun. So you can write maybe the word rain, blending for reading, or segmenting for spelling. And also really praise your child, because it's really hard learning how to read and write, and the children try so hard and they always really want to please. So praise your child for trying out new words, look at the tricky words, learn those. You should all get sent home those. If you haven't got them, please ask your child's class teacher and they'll give them to you. Look for phonics games. There's lots of phonics games online, on the internet, or there's lots of phonics games you can get them at the supermarket, or you can even make your own. And also play in pairs with words and pictures. Can they match the word cat? Can they read the word cat and match it to the picture cat? All those sorts of things you can be doing at home. So remember, phonics is not the only thing needed to become a fluent reader. So please continue to read with your child at night, each night, and encourage them to sound out the words, recheck the words to check it makes sense. Use the pictures for clues, so please, when you're reading with your child, don't cover up the pictures. It's really important. Part of early reading is looking at the pictures and using them for clues. That does help them, that's what it's meant to be there for. And ask them questions about the book. Once they've read a few pages, can I remember what happened on this page? Why do you think so-and-so was really upset by that? How do you think that character was feeling? All those sorts of questions and that comprehension coming into their reading. And most importantly, enjoy reading. We want reading to be something that the children really enjoy doing. We want to foster a love of reading, and that's what we try to do at school. Us as teachers, we're always reading to the children and telling them about our favourite books, and that's something that we want the children to really enjoy at home as well. So there's a few useful websites that you can look at, which have got some good games on and some more phonics info. So busythings.co.uk is something that we use in school. It's got lots of great not just phonics actually, maths games, all sorts of different games on there, but lots of great phonics games. You can subscribe to it if you want to, but some of the games are free as well. We've got phonicsplay.co.uk, which again is something that we use in school, so the children will be really familiar with. Again, you can subscribe to it, but lots of the really good games are free and really child-friendly and fun. So we've got Letters and Sounds, which is obviously the government website, which has got some more information about phonics, if you wish to find anything out. And also, I'm sure most children have watched or have knowledge of Alpha Blocks. Really great TV programme which does lots of sounding out, segmenting, blending, getting children familiar with all the sounds. So all of those websites are really good. So there is also a separate video that shows you how to do all the sounds. So if you want to have a look at that, so you're doing pure sounds with your child, that would be fantastic. And if you have any other questions, please speak to your child's class teacher. Thank you.